Hey everybody, what's going on? We're back with another Drokgul Spider team. This is probably the most insane one that I've done so far, and I think we're probably going to move on to some different types of setups for Spider beyond this. I think this kind of really hammers the point home of how to set up an HP burn team with Drok and Ultimate Gallic, or Drok and Tyrant, or Drok and whoever you have that's your AoE HP burn. And these other three slots we filled in. Armiger is great. Very simple kit. Not hard to find, not hard to build. Not a stranger to the Spider dungeon. And then we've got Caden and Soulbond. And I think you're going to be pretty surprised when we take a look at the builds on these guys. You can, again, 100% build a better version of this team than what you're about to watch. It's really kind of crazy to me that they keep getting through these runs, and the run I'm going to show you is one of the messier looking runs. Generally they've been pretty fine, and again, 6-star them, get better gear on them, get banners on them. There's ways to pad this up a lot. I kind of tried to keep it at the bare minimum here again, just to emphasize a point. So for anybody that hasn't seen the first 2 episodes before we take a look at the run, this is for people that don't have the miscreated monster and the cold hearts and royal guards and all of these things. It makes Spider so much easier. This is pulling champs that you may have in your champ box and putting them together and kind of displaying, one, Drokgul's carry, Drokgul's ability to step in for miscreated monster, and then ways to keep them alive and get through it successfully. So let's hop over and take a look at the run, and then we'll come back and take a look at everybody's gear. Okay, so we've got Drokgul here, we've got Ultimate Gallic, as has been the theme, and we've made some replacements here. I said I was going to try to work Syl out of the rotation because I felt like she was contributing very heavily to the success of the previous runs, so I wanted to try to work her out. I do think having a reviver in place is not a bad idea, so we went ahead and tried this with Caden. Now he is 5-star, level 50, and we've got Soulbond in here, and she is 5-star, level 42. They do not have masteries. They obviously don't have banners because they can't, and we'll take a look at their gear after the run, but this should be a really good example of Drok being able to contribute. You're going to see a few times where he keeps Armiger or Soulbond alive, and this was a particularly messy run. I've run this several times, as I do with any comp that I bring to you guys in a video. I want to make sure that it's effective. I don't want to just like get lucky and then bring you guys a video. So I do run these comps often and make sure they work. I ran it on stream, and I ran it several times after stream to make sure it works. And this was probably the messiest run, so I'm kind of putting it in here for that reason, because I want you to see, even when it looks really bad, this team has the capability of pulling through. But generally it was pretty smooth, oddly enough. And again, if you invest into these champs, if you put some more resources into Soulbond and Caden, you get masteries on them, you get better gear on them, you get them fully built for this, it's going to be such a smooth ride, because again, even with them barely being built at all, they come in here and they do this really well. So we got Syl out of the mix, we got Drokgul out of the mix, because I know I've had a few people ask what alternatives would be to him, and really anybody with good crowd control or good AoE capabilities that you could put a stun set on is handy. But we're creeping up on the end of this. You can see it gets grim, but Drok is just doing Drok things, man. He's keeping himself in the fight a little longer, and Gallic's gonna get these HP burns up on this last round of spiders that is gonna ultimately seal the deal for us. And again, it looks very grim, but I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. This was the ugliest run that I've seen them do, and I have not seen them fail yet. I'm not saying that this team will never fail in its current state, but I do feel confident that if you build them out in the way that we're going to talk about, it's going to be very consistent. So it should be any second now. Gallic's going to get it thrown up. I feel like this was about a 3-minute run, if I'm remembering correctly. So when we hit that 3-minute mark on this run, we'll be good to go. We'll pop back over and take a look at everybody's gear and stuff, you know? Know what I'm saying? There you go. GG's. I know I keep saying it, but at this point, if you're not impressed with this dude, if you don't feel justified in putting some resources into him by now, I don't know what to tell you. I guess just feed him, because if the case isn't made by now, there's no making it. But he's built the same way he's been built in every other video. It's a decent build. Again, nothing crazy. His HP is high enough that it's not too hard to scale up, scale his stats up. It's a decent build, but nothing too crazy. Nothing that I don't think you guys can do. We've got Armiger here. Again, nothing too insane. Crit rate's pretty decent. He could use a little more crit rate. Crit damage is okay. Accuracy's above that 200. Nothing too wild here. Here's a quick look at his masteries if you want to take a look at what I've done with him. I just like to get him down to the crit damage. Honestly, the crit rate, crit damage up here is nice, and then I just like to work my way down. Targets, this is when the spider's health is lower. He'll do a little more. This is targets with higher max HP. If you wanted to do a little more for it, you could do attacking with full HP. He has some more opportunities to do a little more damage there. And then there's where is it? Right here. The first hit on each. I mean, there's little stuff you could add in if you wanted, but this is what he looks like here. Nothing crazy. Gallic is the same way he's been in the other videos as well. We've got him on the stun set for a little bit of insurance. And again, there's some 6-star gear, but we left some of it +8. Nothing here is too unobtainable. The accuracy is really high because of the banner and the accuracy set. Nothing crazy. Now, we have Caden on a stun set as well, but he's only 5-star. So the gear is also not crazy. The gear on Soulbond's a little bit better, but again, she's 5-star and she's not even max level yet. So stun, accuracy, get the accuracy up. It's not a bad idea to get the accuracy up on him because of this. If you can get the decreased attack on all the enemies, this will cushion the blow from the spiderlings. Your guys won't take as much damage when they're getting hit. And with the stun set, again, a little more insurance. And then, of course, we know the revive. He has no masteries, okay? You could do masteries on him if you wanted it. It would certainly help. He does not have them for this particular video. And again, just nothing there is crazy. Nothing there is undoable, especially if you 6-star him. If you 6-star him and put decent gear on him and get a banner on him, it's a wrap. He's good to go, okay? Soulbond, same situation. Now, some of her gear is a little bit better. You see we've got some 6-star gear here. Some of it's maxed, but she's 5-star and she's not even level 50, okay? Don't worry about the gear. Don't get too hung up on the gear. Worry about the stats. And then nothing down here is unreasonable. You can almost certainly get her much faster than she is. You can almost certainly get more accuracy on her if you wanted it. Nothing here is unreasonable. Now, you want her to be able to take a little bit of a hit. I did not bother building her for damage, okay? I built her the way I built her because of this. She's got the AoE A1 and lots of potential to stun, okay? I would say if you can get a stun set on 2 of these 3, I don't think you need to have it on all 3. It's definitely nice. I highly recommend that you do it. I think if you got a stun set on 2 of them, it would probably be enough. There's probably a little enough there. And then here we've got some ignored defense. You can set her up to do some decent damage in here if you wanted to try to add that onto it. The reason that you're going to want the accuracy on her is because of this turn meter knockback. This is going to be really nice when she lands this on the spider, because it's just going to lower the amount of times the spider gets to cycle around to, you know, eating all the babies and healing up. So get some accuracy on her for the turn meter knockback. You can try to get her damage up if you want to here. But really, stun set's nice because she'll be doing the A1 more than she does anything else, and the stun will be helpful. No masteries. Again, no masteries on these 2 5-star champs that are, as far as stats go, very mediocre, right? Again, she's got nice gear, but that's not the point. The point is the stats. So if she's 5-star, things are not scaling as well as they would if she was 6-star. That's it, man. It's really, it's really straightforward. I feel like most of you, honestly, just about all of you should be able to build this team better than it is here. And again, I ran it a bunch. They haven't failed yet. I'm not saying they would never fail in their current state. I could see it going wrong. But if you get them built better, I think it's going to be a very consistent team for you. Not only for 20, but, you know, it could help you push through several stages of Spider up to 20. So that's it. I'm going to be working on some different types of strategies in the next few videos. I'm having fun playing around in Spider, so I'm gonna continue to do that. I think I'm gonna have to hop into a buddy's account because he's got some champs that I don't have that I want to try some things with in Spider, see if we can't open up open it up for some of you guys that have some chance, that maybe seem like they only have one use right now and it's not spider. We're gonna see if we can't make them viable there. So I got some playing around to do, but I'm hoping to get another video out for you soon to further help you guys solve spider, because spider's really an aggravating dungeon if you don't have the usual suspects, right? So hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you learned anything, if it helped you, if you've got any tips that you want to drop below for anybody. Of course, always open for that. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe. That's it.